About life insurance. Get simple answers from a State Farm agent. Backed by the life insurance company millions of moms and dads already trust.
It gives my dad a piece of his mind.
We put the life back in life insurance.
Truman Talks Law on Great Day Live is sponsored by the Karl Truman Law Office.
We've talked about safe costumes a little bit earlier, but what's even scarier is thinking about your teenage driver. This is National Teen Driver Safety Week, and attorney Karl Truman is here to talk about some advice for your teens.
That's right. I've got 2 teenage boys. This does scare me. He says surveys show that only 25% of parents have had a serious talk with their kids about the key safety factors in driving. And that surprises me because I know when our teens came of age to drive, those were big conversations about no lead foot, texting, all of the above. That's surprising to me.
Oh, sure, and it's a really important issue to talk about and make awareness and to follow up and check up on things. You know, because annually the 3rd week of October is National Teen Driver Safety Week, and that's why this is a good time to raise awareness of this and talk about these
So
things.
have the conversation with your kids before they get in the car, obviously.
Well, absolutely, and continue to follow up because kids get distracted and they forget.
Right. Oh, the distracted thing is the biggest. There's 2. You have to wear your seatbelt. That's the biggest. Click it or ticket. You're going to get a ticket or not. But the texting is really a huge problem. The great thing is that the alcohol in driving is way down, but the texting and driving is way up.
The distracted driving really is.
Because so many people think, well, you know, if you do it, you can't, you're not fast enough, but I think I can do it myself.
Oh, boy, that's
and
scary.
so it's a really mind-changing mindset.
So we've talked about, Jimmy, if you don't mind going back to that, let's just go back to those tips one more time. We said no cell phones, obviously, no extra passengers, because I know studies have been done with each extra child in a car. I guess the rate of distractedness just skyrockets.
It is. And teen drivers are 4 times as likely to get into a fatal crash as an adult.
Well, and that's why insurance rates, obviously, when you put your teen driver on your list, you're like, I'm sorry, how much is that going to go up?
Right.
Because they'll tell you, the insurance guy will say, your kid's going to get in a wreck. Your kid is going to get into an accident.
All right.
Well, motor vehicle accidents continue to be the main cause of death for adolescents.
Yeah, it's frightening when you look at those statistics. Now, in case of an accident, you go through that as well. Get help, notify police, get crucial information, identify witnesses, take pictures. Do not discuss fault.
Well, and it's not a matter of just not admitting, you know, because it's not that. But so many times I have seen and had clients talk about situations where they get very confrontational with, you know, that there may be another driver who gets very confrontational and argumentative about what happened. So it's best just to avoid that.
Sometimes as kids, you may be browbeaten. That was your fault, and you might go, okay. If you're a teen versus an adult, so be careful
Well,
not
you hope
to
the
admit
police
the guilt.
officer on the scene is going to
Well,
help
until they
control
get
that
there,
between
yeah.
an older individual and a teenager, but that's not the case all the
Yeah,
time.
they'll interview everyone, but it's best just to stay in your car and wait till the police get there.
And one thing, though, that I know that you can, we were talking about those high rates of insurance, but if you do some safe driving classes, that does help.
Oh, yes.
That is a significant factor.
And the Kentucky Highway Safety folks have these free programs. You don't have to pay a bunch of money for somebody to teach your kid. They have free programs. So get online at the .org or .gov, and that you can get these free driving tips.
Right. What else would you say to people, Karl?
Well, the main thing, of course, is to be aware, to be conscious of the things that we just talked about, whether it's the texting and cell phone and distractedness and the other kids. So all of these factors go in together, to make sure that our teens are safe. And it doesn't get any easier. My kids are in their 20s now, and I still worry about them driving places and staying up all night.
My mom still worries about me when I say we're driving somewhere. Be careful, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom, for heaven's sakes. Thank you. Anything else? Final thoughts?
Well, I've never had a client that was planning to go out to work that day and not come home. So it's you have to be aware.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And you can reach Karl Truman at 502-222-2222 or online
at trumanlaw.com.
I take pride in getting things done. But when it came to Medicare, I was glad I could get a little help.
Ingrid and Robert called Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield and found an affordable Medicare Advantage plan that pays for many of the costs original Medicare won't. Now they can focus on other important decisions. Retired and on a fixed income? Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield plans help protect you from high medical costs. Call now for a plan that's right for you. Choose from plans with affordable monthly premiums. Gain access to our trusted network of doctors and hospitals. Coverage for brand name and generic prescription drugs is included in our Medicare Advantage plans. Call us now to receive the coverage you need in 2015. Affordable Medicare coverage from a name you can trust. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Call us today, toll free at 1-855-306-4512.
Are you suffering from hot flashes, night sweats? Do you have trouble sleeping? Call Nova Health right now because we have the cure.
I had night sweats, couldn't sleep.
I was having hot flashes. I thought, why not? Let's give it a try because I've tried pretty much everything else.
I've never looked back since.
Please call now to schedule your free consultation or take our health test at novahealthtest.com.
Call now within the next 30 minutes and get $200 off.
Call 502-437-3620. 437-3620.
17 years behind